Ever felt like your love life just isn't clicking and wondered why? Today, we're diving into the subtle signs that you might be unknowingly pushing away potential romantic interests. We're talking about those little behaviors and mindsets that could be sending the wrong signals without you even realizing it. By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify these unintentional acts of rejection, giving you the insight to make a change. Ready to uncover what's been holding you back in romance? Let's get straight into it. 1. Over-idealizing partners. This is a common trap that can seriously hinder your love life. It starts when you create a detailed and often rigid checklist of traits and qualities you expect in a partner. This list might include specific physical attributes, career achievements, or even personality nuances. While it's natural to have preferences, overly stringent criteria can set you up for constant disappointment. This approach turns dating into a rigid screening process, making it hard to see a potential partner's true value. For instance, you might dismiss someone incredible simply because they don't meet your checklist in one minor way, like not being a fan of your favorite music genre or not having a good car. This focus on superficial or overly specific criteria can blind you to the genuine connection and chemistry that are far more important in sustaining relationships. The problem with an unrealistic checklist is that it doesn't allow for the complexities of human nature and relationships. People are not a collection of attributes to be ticked off a list. They are complex, evolving, and full of surprising qualities that might not be apparent at first glance. By holding out for a perfect match that fits all your preconceived notions, you risk missing out on relationships that could offer deep, meaningful companionship and growth. To step away from this pattern, it's important to reflect on what truly matters in a partner. Focusing on core values like kindness, respect, and compatibility can lead to more meaningful and enduring relationships than any checklist could ever predict. 2. Avoiding emotional intimacy. This behavior can manifest in seemingly harmless ways, such as changing the subject when conversations get personal or using humor to deflect serious discussions. While these might seem like small acts, they can significantly impact your ability to connect deeply with potential partners. When someone consistently shifts away from personal topics, it indicates discomfort with being vulnerable, which is crucial for forming strong emotional bonds. For instance, if a conversation begins to touch on past relationships or future aspirations, and one person consistently steers the dialogue towards more superficial matters, it suggests a reluctance to delve into more emotionally charged discussions. Similarly, using humor in serious moments can be a defense mechanism. It's a way to keep the conversation light and avoid the raw, unguarded exchanges that foster intimacy. While laughter and lightheartedness are valuable in any relationship, using them excessively to dodge deeper emotional sharing can prevent relationships from reaching a profound level of closeness. Recognizing these patterns in yourself can be a turning point. It's about acknowledging that true intimacy requires letting down your guard and sharing more than just surface-level thoughts and feelings. Breaking this cycle involves conscious effort to stay engaged in deep conversations, express genuine emotions, and embrace vulnerability with someone you trust. This shift can pave the way for more meaningful and fulfilling connections. 3. Being highly self-critical. This is another significant barrier to accepting love. Constant self-criticism can deeply affect how you view yourself, often leading you to feel unworthy of love and affection. This mindset can subconsciously make you reject advances and potential relationships because you believe that you're not good enough for them. When you're always critiquing yourself, whether it's your appearance, your career, or your personality traits, you set a standard that is nearly impossible to meet. This can make every compliment or gesture of interest from others feel unearned or like a mistake. In response, you might find yourself pulling away, declining dates, or sabotaging relationships because you fear that once someone really gets to know you, they'll find you lacking. This relentless self-criticism not only affects your self-esteem, but also your relationship dynamics. It can lead you to misinterpret others' actions and words, assuming they see the same flaws you perceive in yourself. Instead of accepting love and kindness, you might question its sincerity or push it away altogether, perpetuating a cycle of loneliness and self-doubt. To overcome this, it's crucial to work on building a kinder internal dialogue. Recognize your worth and challenge the critical voice that says you're not enough. Embracing your imperfections and acknowledging your strengths can help you feel more deserving of love and open up to the possibilities of deep, meaningful relationships. 4. Fear of commitment manifested in small ways. This often surfaces in subtle ways that might not be immediately recognized as avoidance. One common sign is a reluctance to make plans for the future. This can range from dodging conversations about upcoming events to an unwillingness to discuss where the relationship is headed. When every mention of future plans is met with hesitation or changing the subject, it could be a signal of deeper commitment issues. Another subtle indicator is the hesitance to integrate someone else into daily routines. For someone fearful of commitment, the idea of blending lives with another person can feel overwhelming. This might show up as reluctance to share responsibilities, like alternating who cooks dinner, or resistance to the idea of regular date nights. It might also manifest as keeping personal spaces like apartments distinctly separate, avoiding the natural merge that comes with growing closer. These behaviors aren't just quirks. They are protective mechanisms that keep relationships at a surface level, preventing deeper emotional investments. By not planning for the future or integrating lives, one avoids the vulnerabilities associated with deep commitment. Recognizing these patterns in oneself can be a crucial step towards changing them. It involves confronting the fears that fuel these behaviors and understanding that true intimacy and commitment come with risks, but also with great rewards. Opening up to future possibilities and merging lives doesn't mean losing oneself. Rather, it can be a way to grow together, enriching each other's lives. 5. Misinterpreting other people's actions. Misinterpreting others' actions is a common defense mechanism that can effectively keep potential partners at a distance. When you habitually read benign intentions as negative, it's often a subconscious way to protect yourself from the perceived threat of getting close to someone. This behavior can manifest in various scenarios, such as assuming a compliment is sarcastic, or seeing a friendly gesture as pity. This misinterpretation serves as a shield, preventing emotional vulnerability. For instance, if someone offers help or expresses concern, interpreting these actions as intrusive or patronizing can prevent the formation of a deeper bond. By misreading these intentions, you avoid the risk of emotional exposure that comes with trusting and relying on another person. The root of this behavior often lies in past experiences where trust was broken or vulnerability was met with pain. Over time, this can evolve into a reflexive defense, making it difficult to accept that others might simply have good intentions. The challenge here is to recognize when your interpretations are more about past wounds than the present reality. Addressing this issue involves reflecting on your reactions and considering alternative interpretations. It might also require building up your emotional resilience through practices like mindfulness, which can help in responding more thoughtfully to others' actions. Gradually, this can lead to a more open and trusting approach, allowing for healthier, more connected relationships. 6. Prioritizing other people's needs. Constantly prioritizing others' needs over your own is a subtle yet profound way that people can sidestep their own desires for intimacy and love. When you always put yourself last, it might seem like a noble act of selflessness, but often it's a strategy to avoid confronting personal vulnerabilities or the need for close relationships. This behavior can look like always being the one who bends to accommodate others' schedules, never asserting your own preferences in group settings, or always being the caretaker in relationships without expecting care in return. While these actions can be genuinely altruistic, they can also serve as a barrier against deeper emotional engagement. The problem with this approach is that it doesn't just prevent others from getting close, it also reinforces a belief that your needs are less important. This can lead to feelings of loneliness and a lack of fulfillment in relationships, as you're never truly allowing yourself to be seen and cared for in the way you deserve. Breaking this cycle requires recognizing the value of your own needs and understanding that caring for yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. It involves learning to set boundaries and understanding that true relationships require a balance of give and take. Only then can you open up to genuine intimacy where both parties feel valued and cared for. This shift not only enhances personal well-being, but also leads to more balanced and satisfying relationships. Bonus tip: relearning emotional responses. Our bonus tip focuses on relearning emotional responses, specifically how mindfulness and therapy can be powerful tools in recalibrating the ways we respond to love and intimacy. Often, the barriers we face in relationships stem from long-standing emotional habits that lead us to unconsciously push away potential connections. Mindfulness is a practice that involves paying full attention to the present moment without judgment. By engaging in mindfulness, you can become more aware of your feelings and reactions as they occur. This awareness is crucial. It allows you to notice when you're falling into patterns that might be rejecting love, such as withdrawing during a conversation or misinterpreting someone's intentions. With mindfulness, you not only recognize these moments, but also gain the power to choose a different response, one that aligns more closely with your desires for connection and intimacy. Another great option to help you is therapy. Therapy offers a structured approach to digging deeper into why these patterns exist. A therapist can help you explore the roots of your emotional responses, whether they stem from past relationships, childhood experiences, or other personal traumas. Understanding these origins is key to changing them. Through therapy, you can work to heal old wounds and develop healthier ways of relating to others and to yourself. Both mindfulness and therapy are about observing and understanding your emotional landscape, not to critique it, but to make informed choices that support your relationship goals. Integrating these practices into your life can significantly change how you experience love and intimacy, opening you up to richer, more fulfilling relationships. Learn more with our video on embracing mindfulness, or get insights on why dating in the modern age is so difficult. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.